Hey everyone, so I just wanted to come on here and talk about my recent blog post that I just posted. And it's all about what it takes to start inclusive education at your Catholic school. So, obviously, we start with the principal saying yes, right? Or the pastor saying yes. But it's so much more than that. You can't just say yes and then accept students with disabilities, put them in the class, and think it's all going to go great and it's going to be all butterflies and sunshine and flowers, right? Inclusion takes work. So, what does it take in order to be successful? It takes saying yes and. So, saying yes and offering time for teachers to collaborate. You, as the principal, have the opportunity to have a say in who gets what collaboration times and how the schedules work. So, you can provide some protected collaboration time for gen ed teachers to work together if they all support the same student, or for service providers to come in and collaborate with gen ed teachers, or for the special ed teacher to collaborate with gen ed teachers. So I think it's really important that when we considering master schedules that we take into consideration time for collaboration among teachers. That being said, when you do offer inclusive services, so you are, taking a student with a disability who needs modifications, that takes more time for the teacher to plan. So you are in essence adding something for them to do. You're adding more to their plate. So while you're doing that and then saying, hey, here's some more time to collaborate, maybe taking something then off of their plate as well. So that's not outside during doing recess duty, that's not doing carpool, that's not doing lunch, whatever it may be, taking something off their plate as well so they have the bandwidth to collaborate effectively. So that's the one thing. You say yes and offer professional learning. So again, a lot of times Catholic school teachers aren't special ed certified, and we can't expect everybody to be a special ed teacher. So providing the professional learning allows teachers to understand and get some tools and to equip themselves to become a better teacher for the student in front of them. So that being said, there can be conferences, there's resources available, there's different modules, like I said in the video before, the TIES and IRIS Center. You can have consultants come in and do PDs. You can do a workshop. One day PDs really don't stick as well as, ongoing support, but investing in the professional learning opportunities so teachers do feel equipped and have the tools necessary to help their student be successful. Otherwise, it's going to be a frustration. You, the parent, the student, the teacher, everybody's going to be frustrated because the expectations aren't being met. So teachers aren't getting the support that they need through professional learning. The student isn't getting the information that they need or the education that they need and the modifications that they desire or require. And the parents, who are paying for all this aren't, their child isn't getting the education that they were expecting. So everybody's kind of getting frustrated. So providing professional learning is paramount as well. So you say yes and you provide collaboration time. You say yes and you provide for professional learning. You say yes and you hire the right people. I don't think I can emphasize this enough. Hiring the right people is critical because if you put people in place who may be very well intended, they don't have the special ed background. So they don't have the theory, they don't have the experience, they don't know best practice, they don't know evidence-based practices to put in place, they don't know how to necessarily support behaviors. So just making sure that you have the right hires. Now, I understand that may come at an extra cost. So somebody with the special ed certification or years of special education experience might come in at a higher salary request. That actually does end up out paying you dividends in the end because you then have an expert in the school that other teachers can go to. That other people, they can put their heads together and share ideas. The special education teacher could help, kind of brainstorm behavior plans, things like that. And when you have somebody with such experience, you're not then hiring out somebody to come in to develop a behavior plan, to develop the, accommodations plans or modification plans, whatever it may be. You have somebody on site to do all of that. So while yes, they may be coming in at a higher salary request, that ends up working out in the long run because you actually end up saving money down the road. And last but not least, you say yes and you listen to teachers. So if it's the first time you're presenting inclusion, you're going to have a lot of teachers who say, I have a lot of questions and I need somebody to talk this through. And I would suggest having like an open door policy kind of drop in for the principal for the first week or two after you say that you announce that you're going to be inclusive, So teachers can come directly to you as the administrator and ask their questions and get some information and get answers from you directly, so they're not connecting dots in their brain or just going off of assumptions, which we all do. So I think it's super important that there's clarity from the principal directly. So if teachers have questions, they can talk through them, or they have concerns about things, and they might bring up things that you may not have thought of before. So it's really good to have those open lines of communication. Yes, you're probably going to get a teacher who too probably comes in there and rants and raves about how this just isn't going to work and why are we doing this. You might get a few of those, but the majority of teachers are, excited and want to, and, very much looking forward to having this opportunity, but have some questions. And when you have those open lines of communication, they're coming to you and talking about it rather than making assumptions and going off the information that they have or they believe. And also they're not talking with other colleagues, perpetuating some of those thoughts that may not actually be true. So just some things to consider when you are saying yes. We need to say yes and. Thanks.